When did you realize you knew nothing on a quiz? I walked into history class feeling pretty good about myself because I had studied the night before, which really just meant I scrolled through the notes for like 10 minutes while watching TikTok. My teacher handed out the quiz, and I looked at the first question. What year did the Treaty of Versailles get signed? Easy. I wrote down 1945 because that's when World War II ended, right? Wrong. That was literally World War I, but I kept going, confident as ever. Question 2 asked about Napoleon. I wrote down that he was a French guy who was really short and probably fought in World War I too. I was cooking, or so I thought. By question 5, I started realizing something was very wrong. The questions were getting weirder, asking about stuff I'd never even heard of. Describe the impact of the 100 Years' War. 100 years? I stared at the page for a solid 30 seconds. Then wrote, it was probably really long and people were tired. I looked around the classroom and everyone else was writing paragraphs. I had like 4 words per answer. This one kid next to me had filled up the entire back page. Hello? I started panicking. I flipped through the rest of the quiz and realized I didn't know a single answer. Not one. I was just guessing at this point, making up dates and hoping something would stick. Question 7 asked about the Renaissance. I wrote when people started painting again. Question 9 asked about the Black Death. I wrote a really bad flu. I somehow finished the quiz, turned it in, and just prayed my teacher would have mercy on me. 2 days later, she handed back the quizzes. I got a 12%. 12. She wrote at the top, please see me after class. I wanted to dig a hole and live in it forever. Everyone around me was comparing scores, getting 80s and 90s, and I'm sitting there holding my paper like it's a restraining order. After class, I went up to her, ready to get absolutely destroyed. But instead, she just looked at me and asked if everything was okay at home. She thought something was wrong with me because apparently nobody has ever gotten a score that low before. I had to explain that I just didn't study, and she made me retake it after school that day with her watching me. She sat there the entire time, arms crossed, making sure I wasn't guessing. I got a 71% the second time, which honestly, I'll take it.